Hey guys, Casey Williams, EliteFTS.com. Enjoy the production quality of this video. We got the washer dryer running. I got shit going on upstairs, but this is just how we roll. So one thing that I'm working on with one of my clients, Big Nate, worked with Curtis on this as well, and Curtis has made some really great strides. Bench setup, and more importantly, leg drive in the bench setup. How do you get your whole body to work for you while you're benching? I will go over, I'll try to keep this succinct today, but I saw, this came up in Q&A, came up in a couple other places, couple other questions, people sending me direct messages. So I'll go over the way that I approach it, and the reasons why, and take it for what you will. So a lot of times what I see generally from benchers, the position that they set up in is not really conducive to getting as much leg drive as possible. Or benchers get set up and they're tucked in really tight, or even laid out a little bit, and they're tense, they're rigid, but they're not creating tension using their muscles. So they'll kind of get packed in here nice and tight, and they can't move. Everything's tight, but you're not using any of your muscles to create that tension. You're just relying on leverages, which isn't necessarily a good thing. So the first part of this is whether you tuck or whether you put your feet out, I want to get my hip higher than my knee, right? And I want to get the knee lower than the pad if possible. That's going to create some good leverage for me. I don't like a big tuck and a big arch. It does help shorten the range of motion, but I feel like you do lose a lot in terms of your ability to generate leg drive. But I've never been able to tuck, so take it with a grain of salt. The way that I set up is, again, another thing I want you to avoid is setting up with your heel directly under your knee. This will do nothing for you in terms of generating a good amount of leg tension, but it will also, a lot of problems with your ass coming off the bench, right? I don't want my leg drive going this way to get the bar to go up. That's not how force works. You've all gone through high school physics. This is your lesson today. To get the bar to go up, I need to get my force to go this way, okay? That's how a doorstop works. So I want you to become a doorstop. Whatever your setup is, for me it's generally, I say eyes, but probably more like chin under the bar. What I'm going to do from that position, I'm going to pull my shoulder blades back and down, almost hug the pad with my lats, and I'm going to try to get the back of my neck on the pad. Now I'm in a spot where once I get my legs set up, I can drive as hard as I want to, and I'm not sliding. My traps are stopping me, my neck is stopping me. Notice with my legs, again, my feet are not under my knees, because if I do that, when I go to drive, I can get my butt up now. I don't want that. Set up, squeeze the pad, kick my legs out either in front of me or to the side, or for me, it's a little bit of both. Once I find that position, drive, 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 good. Now I'm nice and tight. And if it feels like my butt can come off the pad, I'm going to force my knees out just a little bit harder. When I go to take the bar out, I'm going to squeeze and I'm going to use my legs. Drive, 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 drive. Good. Now, as I start the bench, I'm going to drive even harder. 100% leg drive, trying to get my chest as high as possible to meet the bar. And then when I go to press, bar's back over my face. I am trying to generate as much force and tension this way to get the bar to go this way. That is today's lesson in physics. I hope the bench goes up.